leaving Chaos Walking, science fiction, not Kara's genre at all.
Nope.
I'm not sure what to ask you on that one at all. You probably wouldn't have gone to this.
Definitely wouldn't have gone to this.
Hey, you stayed awake anyway. I guess that's... I mean, the last science fiction we saw together, I think, was Ad Astra, which we both hated. But I got a feeling we're going to have different opinions about this one. Story features around a Todd and Viola. Viola crash lands from her spaceship onto this planet where men's thoughts can be heard. Women are not to be seen there. Apparently there were women at one time, but they're no longer around. Immediately there's suspicion, and they want to capture the space woman, but Todd wants to protect her. Her father sends her off on a mission to go to a safer place, and that's the gist of the plot. And then now we got music playing in the background. Time of the season, I guess. So I don't know. We'll start with you. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna say you didn't like it.
Sync has connected to your phone and
Am I
it's
right?
reminding you that 911
wasn't-
assist is set to off.
Well,
It wasn't the worst movie I've seen, but it definitely... I wouldn't have gone by choice. Probably a good thing I didn't know what it was about when...
you know, it seemed to favor a plot of women being weak, so they got rid of them, essentially, or eliminated them, or tried to, because they didn't want women, because women's thoughts couldn't be heard. Blamed it on this alien creature. You know, it's... So I don't know, where do you go? Where do you weigh in on that with a star rating for you? Since it's not really your type of movie. You don't watch those type of movies.
I'll give it a 2.
That's better than Astra. Better than I thought you would give it. You didn't go to sleep. I thought that was encouraging. I did. I thought it was much better. I thought it was, pretty good, really. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. The sound effects were fantastic. We saw it with the Dolby Audio.
Chairs are kind of cool.
The chairs that we had in there, yeah, those were cool, futuristic type AMC chairs.
I haven't sat in those before.
No, yeah. So the ambience was good. You have to admit, the sound and the visuals were fantastic.
They were.
So I mean, I give those 5 out of 5 stars for the sound and the visuals. So go see this in a Dolby Audio, good big screen. I think that makes the movie better. The story wasn't cliched. It wasn't like every other science fiction. It had a kind of a Planet of the Apes type vibe in a little bit, in a way. Crash landing. But there was no people as apes, but people not as we know them, and then a mission to go to a different place.
I don't know.
But no revelation. No real. It was Earth all along. No, it was nothing like that. But it just, it had sort of parallels to Planet of the Apes was much better, but it had parallels to the basic framework of that story. That's all I'm saying. I don't. It doesn't sound like you agree with me, but
I don't agree with that.
is this? Okay. Which way are we going? Is this correct? Yeah. Sometimes leaving the theater, we don't go to the camp one. So anyway, I'm going to give it like 3.5 stars because of the movies we've seen so far. This is the 11th film we've seen. I was pretty engaged in this one. I knew Kara wasn't really going to care much for it, so you kind of gotta keep. If this is somebody who doesn't really like science fiction type movies at all, Did you like Planet of the Apes?
Not really.
Okay, see, Planet of the Apes is like a historically classic, great movie. So if you don't like Planet of the Apes, you're probably not gonna. Again, it's a bad comparison, but there's basics of the two stories. It's non-spoiler review, so I don't want to ruin the film. But for me, it's very, very close to a recommendation. I almost give it 4 stars, except for the fact that once again, just the length. It was just, crash landing, escape, chase, gonna be captured, chase. It's like over and over and over again, and we could have got the point sooner. But science fiction movies are notoriously long, real long usually. So I'll give it some bit of break there. But I really enjoyed the sound, enjoyed the visuals, thought the story was good, not great, but good. Not, and I could see some influences.
It was different.
Influences of the past. And yeah, so 3.5 stars for me. Almost to recommend, but if you are going to go to theaters to see it, make sure you see it like we did in the Dolby, the big screen. I don't think it was IMAX. It wasn't IMAX, but it was like an IMAX almost. But they had the good sound and huge screen. So wasn't IMAX, but it was close to it. If you could see it in IMAX, it'd probably be cool to see it in IMAX. So anyway, that's our review. I'm Todd. She's Kara. I'm going with 3.5 for Chaos Walking. Kara gives it 2 out of 5 stars, but keep in mind, she's not a science fiction fan, so she's declaring that there aren't many space films. I think you didn't like Star Wars, did you? Really?
Not really.
So, if you don't like it's not her genre. Probably one I would have gone to myself to see. Thank you for coming out and let me drag you to. She'll get me into one that I'm not going to want to see, believe me. But I'm pretty much open to any genre, any type of film. I'll give anything a chance. But this one I liked. I like this one. 3.5 out of 5 stars for Chaos Walking.